How's everybody today? Good. Glad to hear it. So listen, I came out for a drive today, and I'm going to show you a couple things. Because I'm mobile, I'm going somewhere, and I've been reading a lot about the War of 1812. I got some great books for Christmas. So right now what I'm down at the base of the Niagara River at Queenston Heights. Now you can't see, but behind me is Queenston Heights, and Brock's Monument is up there. And this is where troops landed from the American side in the War of 1812. So behind me is the American shore of the Niagara River, and I'm standing on the Canadian shore. That's how close we are. Yeah, just a river running through it. But behind me are the tall peaks of the Niagara Escarpment. It's about 200, 300 feet tall. Brock's Monument's at the top. That's where he's buried. And I'm going to go up there and show you Brock's Monument from the War of 1812. So here I am, halfway up the escarpment. So you can see the Niagara River behind me that kind of meanders out to Lake Ontario. Yep, there's a fort down there on the Canadian side and a fort down there on the American side. There's Fort George on the Canadian side and Fort Niagara on what is now the American side. But I'm only halfway up. Like I said, we're going up to the monument. All right, so here we go. So I told you we were coming to Brock's Monument. That's it behind me. Yeah, it's a really tall, narrow monument. Anyway, let's walk up the steps and go have a look at it, shall we? Okay, hang on, here we go. So here we up top, a bit better look. We'll walk over to the edge, what do you think? Let's go have a look here. So now you can see below me there's some trails, there's a road. I mean, if you listen real close, you can probably hear the cars. Anyway, so we're about 200 feet up in the air, and this is where the landing troops from the American side had to climb up to fight. There you go. So there's the river below us. We're getting there. Okay, and if I just walk up a little closer here, you've probably heard some folklore about the War of 1812. This is a monument to Laura Secord. There's a company now that makes chocolates. It's called Laura Secord Chocolates. Anyway, Laura Secord lived in the village of Queenston, just below us. And when she heard rumor that the Americans were landing, she walked about 20, 30 kilometers that way to tell the generals. Yeah, it's true. It's not folklore. So there you are, Brock's Monument. Yep, it's pretty tall, pretty big. Brock stands at the top of it. When I was a little kid, it used to be open. I think it's closed now. There's a spiral staircase that goes all the way up to the top. And if you look at the base of Brock's Monument, there's some portals that you can see out of. So we used to be able to come up there as kids and ride our bikes here, drop our bikes, run up top. It used to cost a dime, 10 cents to run to the top. I don't do that anymore. Besides, it's closed. So I'm walking up to the newest memorial here that we have at Queenston Heights. It's a pretty big place. Lots of people come here with their families and barbecue, have a park day. Used to be a little wading pool for the kids, buy an ice cream, hot dog, that kind of thing. There's a band shell, they do band stuff. Anyway, the reason I brought you up here is to show you the new Landscape of Nations monument, which is a tribute to our Indigenous folks who helped us a lot. Anyway, yeah, they helped us a lot, so there's a monument here for you. I'll take some pictures and show it to you. There's John Norton. And this is Joseph Brant. Yep. Walk through the Longhouse. Follow the Double Wampum Trail. That's really important. A lot of history around here. And this Double Wampum, wow, that's a whole other video. Anyway, as we walk in, you can see that there are plaques and monuments to all the Native allies that fought along with us. The Inclusion Revolution has been around a long time. We're always working on it. Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, Tuscarora. Yeah, so this is the Peace and Reconciliation Monument. Yeah. Yep, there were Mohawk warriors They were Oneida warriors. And just off to the side, if we walk out the monument this way and follow the double wampum, we come out to the ever-growing tree of peace. Anyway. So, you're going to have to come to Queenston Heights when you come here. See all the monuments. There's a whole bunch of monuments. I could take you to all kinds of them. Anyway, I just thought I'd share this one. Let me see if I can find a place to give you 10. So, I made it home. I had a bunch of errands to do today and took you up to Brock's monument. Brock was a famous general in the War of 1812. Died really early. He died in the battle. That's why he's buried there. Yeah, it's a really neat place. Lots of monuments, lots of history around here. Lots of battlegrounds. Anyway, that's just one of them. Maybe I'll take you on a few more trips when the weather gets a bit better. Sadly, for me anyway, I did my 10 down there at the Landscape of Nations and didn't press play to record. So I'm going to keep myself honest. I'm not going to give any more push-ups, but I did do some good push-ups. But I am going to give you a couple more dumbbell raises because I do need to keep working on my arm. I don't want to keep overdoing it. I'm getting better, getting stronger every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1 for good measure, 1 for Ted, 1 for Matt's dad, 1 for that cracking elbow, and 1 for all those athletes and guardians out there doing it. Doing hashtag 10 a day till it's okay. This is Mike. We'll go on another trip soon. Take care.